Say G. Come on, 6.
Hold that on there.
Dude, you need to get ready.
And now here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Mount Horeb Vikings.
We have 3, so I'm on this.
Number 1, a junior, Ella Peterson.
What's up?
Number 3, a junior, Wally Wallace.
Oopsie daisy. Yeah, Molly.
Number 6, a senior, Alyssa Vogel.
These mics are going out.
Yeah, she told us.
Number 7, a senior, Maddie Nelson. Number 9, a freshman, Rowan Severson. Number 12, a senior, Maddie Riggs. Number 14, a senior, Kate Geisler. Number 18, a junior, Olivia Burke. Number 20, a freshman, Anya McKay. Number 23, a senior, Allison Klein. And in goal, number 95, a senior, Nicole Klein. And now your Oregon Panthers. In goal, number 0, a junior, Peyton Lay. Number 3, a senior, Bree Sauer. Number 4, a senior, Jenna Bennett. Number 6, a senior, Hannah Schultz. Number 7, a senior, Liesel Aden. Number 8, a senior, Mara McCombs. Number 9, a senior, Jalen Nadelka. Number 12, a junior, Emily Mickelson. Number 14, a senior, Sage Sauer. Number 16, a senior, Emily Stets. And number 17, a junior, Zoe Pagels.
Probably melted. Oh, mine is melted. Oh, it's okay. Are you here yet? No, I'm not.
We would also like to tell you that OCA Media is live streaming this game on YouTube and broadcasting on Charter Cable Channel 984 and TDS Channel 1020. Tell your friends and family to watch tonight's game.
Just walk in. Oh my God, it's so simple. When you get to the soccer field, just walk in and you will see me and Sam. I'm talking to my friend, Carson. Oh, yes, I have a friend. No, I don't. He's just a friend.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another OCA Media Sports production of Panther Soccer. Tonight, live from Huntington Field in the beautiful village of Oregon, the Oregon Panthers will host the Mount Horeb Vikings in the regional championship of girls soccer. I'm Ethan Ullman, bringing you tonight's exciting game action. And this broadcast is also made possible with the support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. One Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, now with 11 locations to serve you. One Community Bank is now a proud supporter of youth athletics. Visit us at onecommunity.bank, member FDIC. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses in the Oregon community. The Oregon School District actively building competency, character, culture, and community, as well as your favorite Toro Horse Insurance, your local insurance agency since 1978. Firefly gift cards are available for referrals. As we get the game action started here. Delkoff patrolling that left side. Had a couple of Vikings there, stopped her in her tracks, but it will be an Oregon throw-in taken by McCombs. The left back, the senior captain, one of the captains of this squad. And for Oregon, it's been a great year, outscoring their opponents 92-3. A tremendous season with their one loss coming to McFarland, a now fairly high state-ranked team as Cross was put over there to Pagels. Coming from the middle of the field and played out by the Vikings. But what we're going to have to see here, folks, is are the Vikings going to be able to just stay in the game, just stay locked in? Is what will happen is Mickelson does her now well-known flip throw. Oregon has tired out their opponents at will, and it has just been a goal fest there in the second half for them, coming off a huge 15-0 win in the first round against Whitewater. So they're going to look at it, carry their momentum here in this one and try to advance to the sectional semifinal as Pagels took too big of a touch there and dribbled it out of bounds. Will be a goal kick for the Vikings. Nicole Klein, the senior goalkeeper. An early substitution, looked like maybe a little bit of bleeding there from Rowan Severson, the freshman. Some sort of injury. So a quick substitution for Coach Mark Newman and the Vikings as Nedelkoff trailing to play, got a foot on it. Took a tumble. Looks like Sauer was also looking for a call, but nothing was called, and Klein will take another goal kick, her second of the night here in the first 2 minutes of the game. No, this Mount Horeb team, a 4 seed, it's been a pretty good year for them. They've won the games they should have won, and essentially lost the games they should have lost. Played a couple of state-ranked teams that they took tough losses to, but really haven't had an upset bid against them the whole year, and they've taken care of business when they needed to. So we'll see how they hold up here. As a nice move put on by Mickelson going to the attacking half. And just corralled there by Klein, making some plays early on. Boots it towards the middle. Schwartzmiller got quite a big touch on that one, and Bennett will just play that up to Nedelkoff, but stepped in front there by Olivia Burke. It's really going to be about the defenses of this Mount Horeb Vikings, as well as it is one tall task to get into a shootout with these Panthers, as Sauer took a hit and Auden almost put it on goal right away for the first goal of the game, but it was just off. And the third goal kick here for Klein. But no team has been able to get into a shootout with Oregon. I find it hard to believe you would win that way, especially with the way this team has been playing as of recent. So the defense is going to be the key, and so we'll see how Mount Horeb fares here as Ella Peterson puts on a nice move. McCombs plays it back. Stats. Schwartzmiller, a bit of a big touch. The main centerpiece in that midfield of the 4-3-3 attack is Pagels, or rather Mickelson, did a nice move there, dumped it off to Bennett. Bennett lost it for a second. Geisler, she lost it. Mickelson got it back. Sauer up ahead, looking for in the direction of Pagels. And Zoe Pagels, of course, with her lightning speed, just beats the Mount Horeb defender, even though she was a few paces back. And Vogel is the one she beat there. Is a little early action in terms of physicality going on here in the early stages of this one. Is a few players that's already taken some tumbles, and a few games ago we saw with Milton there was quite a few cards, but that might be what you have to do against this Oregon team. I might have to play physical against them and not let them have anything easy. As Mickelson again throws it in, the flip throw. Something that shouldn't be taken for granted, but it's so routine at this point that it's played out there. The substitute, Delaney Duckett, the freshman who came in for Severson, and ref saw too much physicality there. First foul of the game. Bennett will take it. Just lining up in the one-player set here, it looks like. Oregon sometimes runs the double fake or the single fake with 3 and 2 players lined up respectively. As Mickelson will run up to that front line of the Vikings looking for an outlet. Bennett disregards that, plays it to the middle. Looks like Nedelkoff was in the middle. That's Anya McKay. McKay made a nice ride down the field. Got it all the way until the Panthers' defending half. Something that has been hard to come by for teams. We saw Whitewater do it about twice. Is Jalen Nedelkoff, she's got speed. She might get there, but a great play by Anya McKay, who just made that play. And Nedelkoff read the clear out. She takes it now, makes a move to the right. Makes a nice cross inside. Sauer! Bree Sauer. The volley finish and nothing but the back of the net for the stud of a senior. And the Oregon Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead 7 minutes and 2 seconds into this one. What a play. A beautiful cross. Nedelkoff put on a move, and Sauer was right there. Always goal hunting is Sauer, usually on the playmaking end of it in terms of setting up the play for herself, but was able to make receive the cross there. And a beautiful volley, snuck it right past Klein. What a beautiful play. You just love to see that as an Oregon fan, and obviously as an Oregon team, is that the momentum boost that must give you as McCombs fights with it for Kate Geisler on the side, gives it up to Sauer. Sauer just scored the goal. Or Sauer, rather. Schwartzmiller was calling for it. Looks like a bit of a misdirection. Played up the field right to Sauer. A good touch, control. Sauer snuck it through, and I don't know how she found. Oh, and off the side of the post was Pagels. An absolute dime of a pass by Bree Sauer there. Senior really making her imprint on this game here early on. I didn't even see anything developing, and she sliced through the defense like knife through butter, and put it between about 5 Vikings, and Pagels made a nice touch, got herself a pretty decent look there, but right off the side. As Bennett sends one up to Sauer. Sauer looks something to do. Bennett takes a rifle, and it went off of Klein. Bennett took an absolute hack at that shot from about 20, 25 out. And it looks like Klein was just gonna corral it and fell out of her hands. Don't know if it was the speed. Maybe it just slipped out. Nonetheless, it's 2-0 Oregon, and we're just 8 minutes and 24 seconds into this one, folks. Now Oregon will flip their formation, putting Sauer and Pagels on the left and right sides respectively. Kate Geisler plays it back. Rowan Severson, she's back into the game, being hounded by Auden. Weasel, the Syracuse commit, the senior. Played tremendous for this Panther team. Her first year on the varsity squad. It's played towards the middle. One of the furthest we've seen a team get on this Oregon defending end as Pagels tried to make a move, but it was stopped nicely there by Anna McMillan, the junior, or senior rather. McCombs will take the throw in. Doesn't have a foot throw in her repertoire, but it doesn't matter nonetheless as Bennett takes it, plays it to Auden. Auden, she's going to patrol the middle of the field. Yeah, no chance anyone's catching up with Reese Sauer over there as she makes a move like she does. Clears it out. That was Maddie Nelson, first time calling her name, first time in the action for her. Mickelson tried to leave one for her junior teammate Pagels. Now Bennett plays one through. Great nonverbal communication between Sauer and Bennett. The two very good friends on and off the field, but too big of a touch there, and it's going to be a goal kick, the fourth of the game for the Vikings. This is the hot start that we needed, or that Oregon needed rather, to get off to, as Klein just boots that one away. Obviously, with 15 goals in the first half last game, you know, all the credit to Whitewater. Not the best competition they're going to see, but a 4 seed, they're good competition, a winning record, pretty good winning record at that for Mount Horeb, as I mentioned earlier. As it's played out of bounds, and McCombs will take the throw in and throw it to Pagels. But in general, it's taken this Oregon offense a while, and they've really just wore teams down and just threw on a barrage of goals in the second half and late first half. But 2 goals here in the first 10 minutes, I think Coach Nichols and the players respectively will take that any day of the week. Is taken there by Severson up to Mickelson, makes a little dump pass. Another great pass to Sauer. She'll try to put a move on. Stops there. It's one of the few goalie mishaps we've seen by Klein. Is she made a nice play earlier, making Pagels take that tough shot, giving her really only the sliver of the left side of the goal that she had. It looks like Nedelkoff almost ran in to the pole, or was that Schwartzmiller on that backside? I believe it was Schwartzmiller. Smiling it off, always a good sign. Looked scared there for a second. Well, like I mentioned, Klein, we've seen goalies really perform well for what it's worth and put up double-digit save games seemingly every game against the Panthers. And you know, when you get as many shots on goal as you do, that should be expected. But the goalies, when they've gotten shots at them, they've made them count and corralled them. But definitely a mishap, and that's something you really can't do against this Panther team. You have to make stops when you can, as Pagel takes it all the way down. Blew by a couple defenders. She has 3 on her now. Nedelkoff, she'll look with something to do with it, puts a move on. The shifting Nedelkoff, she's been playing very well as of late. Crosses it in. Another volley, and it was again by Sauer. Had she done that for the second time, I think the roof would have came off this non-existent stadium that we have.
Mom and Dad want to know the score.
Klein getting her first save of the day is Mickelson. Just hopped over the defender, it looked like, and then takes the aggressive touch there as she again wins it back. Mickelson, one of the more aggressive players on, not just on the back line, but on the team in general. Always hustling back, even if she gets beat. Doesn't get beat for long, and always recovers to her man, as that one's cleared out by Anya McKay. As you'll see with a lot of these teams will stack that defensive line, that back line on defense with some of their best players just to prevent this amazing offense that is Oregon. It's hard enough to score against them, but to stop them from scoring is just a completely different story. As that one's cleared out. As Mickelson again takes her flip throw. Lets that go out again and says, hey, three of them in 30 seconds, why not? Flip throw, useful for gaining that power, is got a bit tired out after 2 in a row and decides just to put a normal throw into play as Sauer gets her first touch of the night, plays it back over. This is her sister now, Bree that is, and she'll make a move, cut back to the left, split through about 5 Vikings. Bennett takes a touch, plays it up, was looking for Pagels, put it a little too far. That was McMillan. McCombs looking for the throw-in, throws it up to Auden. There was a swarm of Vikings there. Maybe a bit of aggression there by Pagels trying to go for the ball. She had 3 Vikings to get through there. So it's going to be a tough task regardless. So it'll be the 5th goal kick for the Vikings, and in comes KT Schwass. Play her role on the attacking line, and substitute for the Vikings, couldn't quite see who it was. I believe Madeline Conrad. Playing on the left side towards the booth right now with Pagels as the person she does defending. This will be another goal kick from Klein. Klein boots that one away, right up to Auden, a big touch. Guys are playing hesitant, letting Schwartzmiller get to that one. There's Maddie Riggs over there with Mickelson as well. Nice move by Severson. Played up to Sauer. Probably gonna look for McCombs here. She does. Bit of an off touch. Probably gonna look for Schwass here. Does so. Schwass. Turn to the left. Turn back to the left. Took a bit of a tumble. Hits her while she's sitting on the ground. Zoe Pagels dribbling through, sends it through to Schwass. She can easily get there. The question is, or maybe I was wrong and my depth perception is awful, is it rolls out of bounds. And heads it back. Beautiful play right up to Pagels. Didn't know if she saw Conrad over there on her left side. Doesn't matter. Gets by everyone like she does. And dumps it off. Auden takes a rip. And for the second time, off the hands of Klein and into the back of the net. Caught nothing but it. And Liesl Auden has herself a goal here in this regional championship game at the 17:06 mark. 3-0 in the trio of Sauer, Auden, and Bennett, each putting in a goal respectively. And whether 2 of them were completely clean goals is completely irrelevant, as both of them caught the back of the net. And the Panthers now lead it 3-0 as Auden boots that one. And although Sauer has speed, don't know if she quite has enough to get to that one. Knocked down Conrad. Severson will take the throw in. Doesn't really have much to go to. Throws it to Conrad. Sauer there. Sauer, very aggressive play, and a great play at that by Sauer, and driving her over to the sideline. And it will be Viking ball, but great aggressive play there by Sauer, who's played fantastic so far. Played up beautifully to Geisler. I believe that was Severson who did so. Conrad trucks into Auden. Completely shakes it off as if nothing happened. Headed up nicely there by Alyssa Vogel. Then again, the header by Maddie Nelson, and now played to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller up to Pagels. Pagels looking for Schwartzmiller, didn't have her. Throws it up. KT Schwass tries to put a move on. Couldn't do so. And it was a rip taken there. Shot by Bennett, hit off the hand of Klein, and bounced in and caught nothing but the back of the net. Bennett has her second of the game. Oregon's fourth, and these Oregon Panther attacking players, they just come at you in waves as quickly, just less than 20 minutes in. It is now 4-0. Oregon leads it. For those of you just joining us, 2 goals by Jenna Bennett, 1 by Liesl Auden, and a beautiful one to start the game off a volley by Bree Sauer, set up beautifully by Jalen Nedelkoff. As Emmy Stats plays it out. Aggressive play by Maddie Conrad. Madeline. Bennett. She'll look for someone. Looking for something to do. Schwass tried to get position. Janssens takes it herself. She'll look for someone. Not giving it up quite yet. Bodying her way through. That'll be a foul as Janssens got a little too aggressive there, and Anya McKay will take the free kick and puts a pretty good amount of power just to no one in particular. Mickelson got that one quite easily, and she'll get this one again quite easily. As Auden sends it up. I believe that's E.B. Boyd on the side. No one's beaten her in a foot race, just like many of these attacking players for the Panthers. Is she was looking for Schwass. Schwass was ready to let it fire. Didn't get to her. And it's played out nicely by the Vikings. As a slew of Panthers now check into the game. Those being Ella Wirtz, Delaney Holker, and Caitlin Studebaker, the 2 freshmen. And Lily Isley as well. Played back. Janssens taking a rip at that one. Not too much work for Klein. Looks like it was going out of bounds regardless, but just to play it safe, the senior keeper camps under that one and saves it as Holker played it up to Kaya. That was not Studebaker, that was Kaya, my apologies. Janssens on that side, knocked out of bounds, Maddie Conrad. And the officials now saying no, it is Oregon ball, as Lily Frank also checked in. She'll come in and take the throw in rather. Came in for McCombs, Schwass. Tried going left. Kaya steps in front, sends it through. Had the right idea looking for E.B. Boyd. Was played out of bounds, just a little too strong. Had the right idea though, like I mentioned, is the Vikings now get another goal kick as we approach the halfway mark of this first half. For those of you just joining us, it has been all Panthers thus far as they lead now 4-0. 2 of them coming from Bennett, One coming from Auden and one coming from Sauer. 3 of the goals deflecting off of Klein, the goalkeeper for the Vikings. As Isley makes a shifty move, goes to the right, puts one in. Kaya all alone, looking for something to do with it, plays it back to Janssens. Janssens then plays it back to Frank. Don't know if that was intentional or not. She'll send it up to Schwass. And Isley took an absolute hack at that shot. No chance that was being saved by Klein. Had that been put on target just with the speed and the height of the shot, but it was far too long as Klein will again take the goal kick. Isley had the right idea though. Again, just put it a bit high. Went for the right placement. Up and over the goalkeeper with tremendous amounts of speed is Frank. Speaking of tremendous amounts of speed, is the junior playing the left back position. Been a great asset to this team as Mickelson plays it over. Her and Stats, as well as Sauer, played every minute on this back line. Stats plays it up. Mickelson looking for something to do with it. Dribbles it ahead. Again, jumps over the defender. That'd be Riggs. Played up. Isley again trying to do something with it. Klein just stepped in front of it. Corrals it. And she'll take a goal kick. Or not a goal kick, rather a punt away as Holker now plays it. Back to Stats. Rare we get to see this back line pass it around, as mostly the offensive, as Oregon's mostly on the offensive. Played out there nicely by Anya McKay. Frank plays up to Schwass. Schwass looking for it. McKay. Allison Klein, senior captain. Kaya. Frank, a little give and go action by the 2, and a stutter step move. And Anya McKay, that is, or excuse me, Olivia Burke just made a brick wall and was having none of Frank's finesse moves as Holker battling with Rowan Severson. A good aggressive mood. The Viking faithful trying to get their team energized and in it as they do trail by 4 here in the first half. Any little bit will help this team gain some confidence. Nicholson not going for the flip throw. Just plays it up. It's then played back. Stats, who received it from Holker. Stats drilling up into the attacking half. Don't really see that a lot from her as Isley put on a plethora of moves tonight. Janssens puts again on another move. Tries going right, ran into too many Vikings there. Rowan Severson, stolen away by Janssens. Good aggressive play after just losing the ball the other play. E.B. Boy batting over there with Ella Peterson. Played out of bounds. It's going to be a Panther throw-in. See what Mickelson does here. Maybe a flip throw. Not today. Probably a little exhausted. She's played every minute of the game thus far and done about 4 flip throws. So you can only do so much before you get tired. As Holker's stutter step move. Peterson just took that one like a champ. It's like Holker was trying to take a shot on goal. Janssens does so as well. Bounces up to Klein. She corrals that one quite easily, and the senior will just punt this one away. Up the field. Isley had her back turned. Turned around right as the ball came to her. Was able to get it up to Janssens. Klein steps in front of it. Kicked out of there by McKay. Good play over there, Allison Klein, trying to go up the line with it. But Janssens was there to stop it as Kaya and Klein battle on that left side. Kyle will take the throw in, throws it to Frank. Frank looking to operate, throws it up to Holker, kicks it rather. Holker looking to maneuver her way through this defense. Able to slightly do so as he does get the ball to Kaya. Frank looking for the give and go from Schwass. Schwass didn't like the read. Played to the middle, bounce to Klein. Klein corrals it, another punt away. Played out, there's a couple Panthers in the middle battling for it, and the Panthers do win it. Goes Boyd to Mickelson. Isley also in that pack. Mickelson sends one up. Janssens didn't quite get the footing down. Hetchy got the footing. It might have been the 5th goal of the game, but nonetheless, Klein able to step in front of that one, and she'll once again punt it away. Again towards the middle of the field as a Viking finally gets the first touch on one of the punts, but it's quickly repossessed by Frank. She splits through 2 defenders. Bit of aggression there from Frank, or at least too much for the officials' liking. As McKay launches that one away. Frank plays it up. Finally getting her first action in the back line. We've seen her on this offensive end quite a lot. Played up to Severson. Severson looking for someone. Maybe an unforced pass there is Sauer. Getting her first touch in a good while, and plays it up to Riggs. It then gets tapped back to Stats, who plays it back to Frank. Haven't seen Peyton Lang, the junior goalkeeper, touch the ball yet. That is a good thing if you are a Panther fan. Not the greatest thing if you are a Viking fan. As we approach the 30-minute mark here in this one. Janssens plays it up. A good run by Schwass. Probably look to take a move inside. Does so. Plays one to Isley. Kicked out of there quickly by McKay. Played out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick. Seen a few corner kick goals, one by Boyd and one by Bennett this year. See if they can work their magic. So that was Janssens, puts it in the middle and headed in. There was a barrage of Panthers in the middle. About 4 heads there, all of them which went after the ball. Couldn't quite see who it was. Great pass by Janssens. Put it right where she needed to. Mickelson maybe put that one in. Again, couldn't quite see. With the amount of Panther players that were in that scum in the middle of the field, here she is, Peyton Lang, getting her first touch of the game, and she'll boot one away. Up to Kaya. A good play for what it was worth. Here's Boyd going backwards now. Plays it up, Mickelson looking, Isley. Saw Riggs coming from her backside, slowed it down. Now it's Holker. Holker up to Mickelson. Mickelson makes a cut back to the left. Splits through 2 defenders. Plays it up beautifully to Boyd. Boyd splits one. Tries to fit it through. Sent out of there by Alyssa Vogel. Frank dribbles past 3. Sends one in. Oh, and a great play. Great play on 3 ends. We had the beautiful shot. Taken by Frank. Just about the best she could have placed it. Klein showing the ups, knocks it away. Sadly, it was right off the crossbar, and Kaya read it the whole way, just like a book in English class, and put one right in the back of the net. The Panthers now lead it 6-0. It's the most ideal start you can have as a Panther fan, coach, player, whatever. In a regional championship against a tough 4-seeded team, to be up 6-0 in the first half is quite a feat. So all credit is given to the Panthers here as it's played by Severson. It was dispossessed, and Wallace, first time hearing her name tonight, was in the action. Now Jansen's tried to take a stab at it. Sydney Elliott, the junior defender, was there to stop it before a hack could have been taken at the goal. See if this corner kick can play out as beautifully as the last one did, leading to a header from Jansen's. Jansen's will be the one to take it this time again. Not quite as long, left it a bit short. Left Boyd with a pretty odd shot there, and then she leaves it in. Would have loved to see that on the first attempt. But Frank now has it. She'll look to do something, takes a rip, and it's one sent over the top right of the goal, and it will be a goal kick as Sam McKee and Alyssa King, it looks like, checking in for the Panthers, and a whole bunch of Vikings as well. Those of who include Claire Toronto, Nikayla Mullendor, coming in, trying to stop the Panthers here. Getting their first action of the game here in the regional championship. The WIA girls soccer is finally the Vikings have something going with Geisler. She's dribbling right through the Panther defenders. Sauer, strong player in that back line, has none of that. Tumble taken by Conrad. Played up. That was Nelson. Taken by Isley. Isley looking for something. Does a setter step move. Nicely finds Boyd in the middle. Took a bit of a shove there. Boyd never afraid to let it rip from any place on the field. We've seen her take some long distance shots and also set up teammates. A pretty well-rounded offensive player is the sophomore. Is Alyssa Vogel play that out into the Mount Horeb bench as the trio of Sauer, Auden, and Bennett come back into the game for Isley, Holker, and Kaya. I actually don't think that was Sauer, that was Schwartzmiller. Came out quite early into the game. It's played out there. It'll now be a corner kick. Bennett, one of the best. Oh, and McKee, she had an opening. She had the whole right side of the goal, right off the top of the crossbar, out of bounds. It was a great kick by Bennett, bounced right at the feet of McKee. When she's in, Bennett usually getting the corner kick duties is now Sauer will come in along with Pagels, it looks like. Once again, it's not Sauer. It looks like it's Jalen Nedelkoff. We approach the 37-minute mark here in the first half. Vikings getting a throw in, one of the few they've had all game. Plays it up, plays it back. Severson. Don't know if she's looking for anyone in particular, as there was really no one down the field. King throws it in. Bennett took a tumble in the middle of the field. Bit slow to get up. Kate Geisler using her speed. We've seen her do this once already. Let's see if she can capitalize. Can't do so as Sauer once again stuffs that play. It's now Pagels sending it over to Caitlin Studebaker, the freshman, the aggressive freshman. Fighting for it with Mullendor. Wallace. Studebaker in her sights. Took her over, maybe a bit of a frustration foul there. Ref giving her a warning, official rather, giving her a warning. Didn't like that one. It's played back. McKee boots it ahead, and it was right to Nedelkoff. McMillan. Auden, again played up by McKee. Studebaker, gonna look to be aggressive on this side. Does so. Caught off by McMillan. McKay plays it up. Was looking for Mullendor. Again, McKee plays it back to Lang. Her second touch of the game. None of which have been a shot on goal. Just both passes back as Lang sends one up. Was looking in the direction of Pagels. It found Vogel. And it then found Bennett, and it now finds Nedelkoff as she puts on a stutter step move. The elusive Jalen Nedelkoff. It's sent out of bounds, almost over the fence there on the bench side, as now Breesauer checks into the game. I'm 100% positive on that one. And as well as Olivia Burke coming back in for the Vikings. Bennett plays it up. Sauer running over there. Read the bounce that was going to be over Mullendor's head. Sauer now trying to do something with it. Lays it back to Auden. Auden got a bit stuck under her foot. Plays it back to Bennett. Bennett makes a nice move. Got tripped up in the box. That's going to be a penalty kick. It was a great pass by Sauer. Left it for Auden. Got stuck under her foot.
Hit my thingy, so it slipped.
Now Sage Sauer, who fun fact is 4 for 4 on penalty kicks this year, folks. We'll knock on wood there for that one. Don't want to mess her up, but she stays cool, calm, and collected. 5 for 5, back of the net. Sage Sauer, 7-0. Oregon Panthers just past the 40-minute mark. Like I mentioned, now Sauer 5 for 5 on the year for penalty kicks. All 5 of her goals coming by those means, as well as Frank plays it up to Sauer. Sauer plays it back up to Nedelkoff. Great play. Nedelkoff looking for something to do in that left side corner. Couldn't find anything to do with it. Plays it up, Auden. Looking to operate, plays it back to Bennett. Bennett now plays it up. Schwartzmiller in the middle, near the box. Play back to McKee. McKee. Good touch by Pagels. Knew exactly where she wanted it. Played up by Toronto. Claire, the junior. Mickelson, rather King. Getting her first touch of the night. Played up. Schwartzmiller. Does a header to herself. Plays it back to Sauer. She'll reverse field. Plays it back to McKee. McKee most likely going to look Frank for the outlet, or maybe even Auden. Says scratch that and plays it all the way to Sauer is the right idea. Just Bit of awkward footing there for Bree Sauer as it's now played back to Frank. To Bennett. She'll play conservative now. Up to Schwartzmiller. Pagels. Tried to block off Conrad. It did work just a bit. The ball rolled too far and Pagels got tripped up. It will now be a Viking throw-in. These two Vikings now come back in. 16, Olivia Dressler. Her first action of the game, as a matter of fact. And Delaney Duckett, the sophomore, coming back into the game. Played up the field. Bennett puts it over to Aden. Nedelkoff. Up to Schwartzmiller. It was deflected by one of the members of the back line, but just played right back to Sauer. And Sauer beautifully finds her sister, Bree. Bree turns back to the left. Read nicely by McKay. Sauer had no one in that general vicinity to go to. So now McKee will look for something to do with it, plays it up to Bennett. Bennett looking for her outlet up to Pagels. Will Pagels be able to get there? No, she will not. Out of bounds, going to be another goal kick for Klein. King throws it in. Now look for something to do with it. Plays it up. Played out of bounds by Duckett. Nedelkoff. It's King, rather. Sauer plays it up. Up to her sister, Bree. Puts a move on. Aden sends that one over the goal. Yes, folks, that was me counting down the 10 on the PA system. And as we reach the end of this first half, it is Oregon 7, Mount Horeb 0. And us at OCA Media would like to remind all of you watching that if your organization would like to be a part of Panther soccer, Panther sports in general, rather, on OCA Media, contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. For more information about our programming in general, visit ocamedia.com. Stay tuned for the second half of this exciting game and the regional championship of the girls soccer for the WIA, brought to you by OCA Media. Welcome back, folks, to the start of the second half of tonight's game. I'm Ethan. I'll be continuing to broadcast this WIA Regional Championship game between the Oregon Panthers and the Mount Horeb Vikings. I'd also like to remind you this broadcast is made possible in part with our support from our generous sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. One Community Bank, feel good banking, now with 11 locations to serve you. One Community Bank is a proud supporter of youth athletics. Visit us at onecommunity.bank. Member FDIC. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses in the Oregon community. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community, as well as your favorite Toro Horse Insurance, your local insurance agency since 1978. Firefly gift cards or 4 referrals. The second half is now just underway. It's played back to Sauer. The starters look to be in to start the second half of this one. Sage Sauer plays that one out. It was Geisler who's been the main, who's put the most offensive pressure on this Panther team today. On the offensive end of that one. It's now Vogel in the corner. Vikings finally on the offensive, but it's quickly shut down by Emily Stats. Nedelkoff. Maddie Nelson defending. Plays it up, Pagels. Pagels give and go with Mickelson. Just a bit out of the reach of Pagels. Play by Burke. Mickelson back, puts move on Klein. Bennett looking for something to do with it, plays it back to Mickelson. Mickelson looked to operate again on Klein. Pagels working against Vogel, knocks it off the shin of Vogel. It's going to be a Panther throw-in. Mickelson, normal throw in here, plays it to Vogel. Got Severson, plays it out of bounds. Mickelson again is going to take the throw in. Throws it up to Pagels. Pagels going to battle for it with Vogel. Pagels easily has the foot speed on Vogel as she drives by her. Pagels plays it to the middle, back to Bennett, left it up. Schwartzmiller laughing that one off, putting her hand up to the coach and saying my bad as she put that a good 30 feet above the goal. It's always good to see a player laugh that one off and move on to the next play. As Hannah Schwartzmiller has been a great and consistent player for this team the whole year. As well as tonight's game. She's done her job as Bennett now plays it ahead up to Pagels. Nedelkoff was in that vicinity. Mickelson never giving up the play. Sneaks behind. Should not wait patiently. That was Severson getting tripped over by Klein. Down to Sage Sauer. She'll look to rotate it to Stats. Stats now has McCombs and Odd in the middle of the field. Plays it to McCombs. McCombs will look for it. Schwartzmiller roaming the middle of the field. Plays it up to Sauer. Sauer is going to look to make a run. Can't get there in time. Depossesses Peterson in that back line. Peterson took a stumble, put another stumble, just kind of fell on the ball. She was tripping, and so she just essentially laid on the ball. A smart play to prevent Sauer from getting what looked to be a pretty good look at the goal. She only had about one to beat, and with Bree Sauer's speed and elusiveness, that wasn't going to be too hard as Bennett will now take the free kick. Few yards outside the box, that left side of the box, and she'll boot one in, puts it in beautifully, and it was going on goal, but it was a great save by McMillan. Correct me, Klein. That was Klein, the goalkeeper. Didn't have to do too much, but she prevented a goal nonetheless. We have seen it deflect off her about 2 or 3 times here tonight as Bennett plays it up to Pagels. Pagels trying to beat Vogel there, does so quite easily. Pagels drops it off, looking for Odden, sent it pass. Missed kick by Peterson. Peterson, Sauer lays off, McCombs up to Sauer. Sauer drives past, took an absolute shot from Maddie Riggs on that backside. So it'll be a free kick again taken by, it looks to be Bennett. Panthers just going to one-man set up as, correct me now, they're going the double fake here with Bennett most likely to send this one away, and Bennett telling the official and the player can't run up to the ball that early before the ball is actually kicked. Is again 1-2, and there she goes. Is Schwartzmiller tried to redeem herself. A great play as Klein stepped in front of that one. Right idea by Schwartzmiller. Had a bit too much air under that for that to really pick up any speed. Speed is really what she needed. She had the accuracy. She just needed it to get a little a little faster. As Peterson gets dispossessed by McCombs. McCombs up to Sauer. Sauer will turn towards the middle. Had Nedelkoff roaming on that side. Klein picks it up. She'll look to punt this one away. Does so. Plays it middle of the field. Looks like it's going to be a great header by Schwartzmiller. Second time in the last minute or so we've seen that. Schwartzmiller then plays it up, or to the side rather, to Mickelson. Mickelson going to look for her options there. She has Pagels. Instead looks for the cross to Auden. It's stepped in front there by Maddie Riggs. Senior captain, the defender. McCombs now in the attacking half. Really don't see this from her especially. Kicks it essentially right at Kate Geisler. Emmy Stats plays it up. Schwartzmiller now. Hannah looks for something to do with it. Pagels gets it back. Klein puts it through the legs of Bennett. Plays it up. Geisler. The speed of Geisler trying to get past Stats. Does so. Geisler takes a rip. And it's off to the right. And the Viking faithful cheering as a shot was finally put near the goal, not quite a shot on goal, as Lang tracked it all the way to the left and just let it go as it flew out of bounds. But great to see guys are being aggressive here. Done that 3 or so times now tonight. Lang getting her first goal kick of the game. Really don't usually see that from the juniors. Not many shots on goal or not many shots in general are taken as Nedelkoff, as Schwartzmiller rather, takes a slide tackle. It was played up by Bennett. Bennett to Pagels. Pagels looking to operate, goes to the right, I was assuming, and of course she does, as she now takes it. Dispossessed by Vogel. Great play by Vogel. Stopping the elusive Zoe Pagels from getting more leverage on that right side. Will now be a throw-in as Mickelson sends that one. Pagels looks like she had an opening for about a second. Bennett now lets one rip right to Klein, off her foot. Auden comes crashing in. No contact made. Klein corrals it. She'll send this one away. Bennett had the right idea, put one on goal. Klein just able to step in front of that one. Schwartzmiller again with the header to go for it again. Geisler dumps one off. Klein. Severson tries to do something with it, trying to work on Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller denying that. Physical battle in the middle there. Fake out by Klein. Let Geisler have it. Geisler jumps into the middle. And for the first time, the Panthers, or for the second time rather, here in the last couple of minutes, Panthers have had a little bit of pressure applied to them, as this half has been quite even so far, folks, even at the 7-0 first half, but already 2 good opportunities for the Vikings and just 1 shot on goal for the Panthers, and the Panthers have had their opportunities as well. No discredit to them. But you like to see this aggressiveness of the Vikings not giving up. Usually teams, when they play, what we have seen is when teams play the Panthers, they'll start to get worn out from the speed and the relentlessness of this offense. But the Vikings doing a good job of keeping their endurance up and playing through it as Schwartzmiller knives through the defense. Try to put a sliding kick on that one. Good pressure applied by Anya McKay. Rather, Olivia Burke. Nedelkoff. It was just her and Klein. Klein got there a little too far out in front of Nedelkoff for her to do anything with it as she sends one away. Up to the middle. Schwartzmiller again. Another header by the midfielder. Auden now. Being aggressive, stealing it from Klein. Pagels knew exactly where Auden was going. There might be a collision over here. Thankfully not, as Auden keeps it in. Vogel tried just letting that one go out of bounds. Auden wasn't having any of it and went after it. However, it will be a goal kick for the Vikings. Schwarzmiller plays it over to McCombs, her senior teammate. One of the 4 captains on the team, along with Bennett, Sauer, and Lang. Good move put on by Pagels. Peterson looked perplexed at the call there, looked a bit of aggression on her end, knocked Pagels to the ground. Obviously, the official will see it better. Stats will now take the free kick. She'll play it up. A good play. McCombs now in the attacking half. The furthest we've probably seen her down the field the whole year. She now plays it up. McKay launches one. Back to Stats. Stats drop back a couple yards after taking her free kick. Now has it. She's looking to operate. Has all the time in the world. Klein in a foot race with Mickelson. Beautiful move, and she, oh my goodness, Emily Mickelson. Come on now. A beautiful no look. She knew what she was doing the whole time. No intention of going that back that right way. She loves doing that little fake towards the sideline. As here we see another one is Sauer trying to do something. Trying to cut the corners. Looked like it was tapped out of there. As Bennett will now take a corner kick. Looks like Schwass getting ready to come back in. Running back and forth on the sideline, as Panther substitutes do. Now, about 5 or 6 Panthers crashed the box, one of which to Delkoff. Looked like she kicked the ball into her own face. Pagels plays it back to Mickelson. Mickelson looking to operate, plays it through. Pagels let it roll by her, played it to Nedelkoff. Nedelkoff cuts back to the left. Big touch. Working on Burke. Bennett knocked to the ground. Good play by Auden. Couldn't tell if she was looking for the goal or looking for Sauer on that backside, but regardless, it's going to be a goal kick as Klein will look to boot this one away as another Panther, can't see who at the moment, also warming up to get ready to check in. Sauer works to gain possession. Peterson, for once, has space to operate, and it's quickly shut down by Auden. She makes a nice turnaround move. Auden playing aggressive on Peterson. Peterson cuts back, depossessed by Auden. On depossessed for about 0.2 seconds, gets it back. Mickelson looking to operate, puts it back. Nedelkoff stolen away from Bennett, tried to split the middle of the defense. Mickelson, stutter step move, didn't get her footing there. Klein not fooled that time. Stats plays it up to McCombs. McCombs on that left side, the left back for the Panthers. Part of that state championship team back in 2019. There was a deep possession in that top left corner. As 4 Vikings check in. The other Panther was Delaney Holker. Combs throws it ahead to Auden. Auden had the defender on her back. Looked to be Conrad. Conrad played very well tonight. Geisler, their main offensive player thus far in the game, giving them all their opportunities. Severson plays it up. McMillan looking to do something with it. Played out of bounds. McMillan will now take the throw in. Severson rather will take the throw in. McMillan will just move up the field looking for an outlet. Does so. Hits it back. Out of bounds. Mickelson will now take the throw in. Whips it ahead. Schwass. Schwass looking to do something with it. Depossessed by Wallace. Wallace back to Burke. Up to Pagels. Pagels working on Vogel. Spins away. Bennett. Bennett plays it ahead. Sauer. Left a dump off just a bit short for Auden. Don't know if she quite got all the footing she needed on that one. But it is still Panthers' ball as McCombs then throws it into Sauer. Looked like Sauer took a hit in midair. Don't know if it was substantial or not. Doesn't look to be. Didn't look to be. I don't think it is. It's Holker. The freshman will try to do something with it. Puts a stutter step move, goes to the left, goes back to the right. Going back to the left, spin move. Holker shakes 1 defender, shakes 2, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. Freshman trying a little playmaking here today. The midfielding freshman, Delaney Holker. You love to see the youth on this Panther team. Aubrey Kaya, E.B. Boyd. The 2 sophomores on the varsity team, as well as Elena Small. Backup goalkeeper, and Caitlin Studebaker and Holker, who I just mentioned, 2 freshmen, so the future is still bright. Even with 12 seniors being lost this year, as Stat stepped in front, tried to play it to the middle of Geisler. Plays it up right to Mickelson. Mickelson steps in front of that one. Mickelson up the sideline. Gives it off to Pagels. Good play by Vogel just to knock it away. And again knocking off of Pagels to herself. McMillan. Holker plays it up to Auden. Auden look to put a shimmy shake move on her defender. That is Wallace. Wallace on rather played it up to Pagels. Pagels hit it out of bounds, and it'll be another goal kick for the Vikings. After an extremely hot start for the Panthers, looks to be a bit more of a conservative play here as they do lead 7-0 here now at the 63-minute mark, and that's really all you can do. You don't want to run the score up too much, but with the way this offense has been playing and the way the back line has been playing, it shouldn't be too much of a problem here in terms of giving up a substantial amount of goals for the Vikings to get back in the game. As Mickelson split one was quickly met by Severson and McMillan as well. 2 substitutes will now come in. It's Janssens and Boyd, both of whom have been good goal-scoring options this year for the Panthers, both with multiple goals. Boyd with a hat trick in her first career varsity game. Janssen plays it back to McCombs. McCombs looking to operate, plays it up. Smart play by Sydney Elliott, just letting that one roll out of bounds. Klein boots that one away. Up ahead. Severson. 3 Panthers looking to check in. Look to be Frank, Isley, and Kaya. Holker steps to the ball nicely. Look to make a play on Severson. Sends one up, maybe a bit too long for Boyd. Don't know if she can get there. She did. Looks like she was bumped. As those 3 subs who I just mentioned, Frank, Isley, and Kaya will check into the game. For McCombs, Auden, and Bennett. Bennett who has 2 goals, Auden who has 1. Klein boots one up. Boyd didn't have the hops for that one. Played up. It was Vogel. Up to Isley. Just checked in. Working on Severson. Severson has been the main defender on a lot of these Panther players in the middle of the field. Geisler got beat there by Mickelson. Mickelson makes a move. She beat 2. Got met by the 3rd. Janssens goes to her right. She'll take a hack. Puts it well over the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Vikings. As we approach the 66-minute mark of this one. Boyd steps in front of that one. Read it like a book during English class as Sauer now plays it. Or receives it rather. Tries to play it up. Does so, finds Holker. Holker operating, finds Schwass. Schwass a nice touch. Boots that one up. Don't know if her and Boyd were on the same page, but Boyd gets there nonetheless. She was met by McKay. McKay did have a couple paces on her. Mickelson now throws it in, dumps it off to Boyd. Boyd dumps it back off Mickelson. Off of Vogel. Vogel been very active on that right side. From where I'm sitting, the left back. When looking at correct position as Mickelson plays it up. Looks like to no one. Boyd was there. She possesses it for half a second. And a very dangerous play by McKay as she almost bounced it right back to Boyd, who would have had an easy goal there as flag comes up. And it will be a foul on the Panthers. Kay raised her hand like Rodrigo Blankenship, ready to kick a field goal and sends it down. It's now possessed by Sage Sauer. Sauer up to Mickelson. Mickelson to Holker. Could be Blankenship taking a kickoff rather, not a field goal. Is now played out of bounds. It'll be a Mount Horeb throw-in taken by Elliott. Panthers looking to move on to the sectional semifinal. It will be hosted here if they can hang on to the 7-goal lead with 22 minutes. Mount Horeb has been much more aggressive in the second half, although I don't know if it's going to be enough to take down and come back on this Panthers squad. But only time will tell as Janssens puts a nice fake move, lost it for a second, gets it back. Now Isley looking to operate. Frank tried to step in front of that one. It was cleared out by Sydney Elliott. Now it's Kaya aggressively playing against Geisler. Janssen simply plays it back to the official. It looks like she played it to. The official just steps over that one. And it was offsides as Boyd was behind the back line. or the last defender of that back line, rather, is McKay will now send one in. She has Klein to the left, Severson in the middle. To her right, she has Burke, Riggs, and Nelson. Lots of outlets. However, Schwass and Boyd are defending, as well as Kaya, but it's just played over all those players I just mentioned into Sauer. It's Peterson running for the ball initially, but it was just taken by Elliott, sent down there all the way to Stats. Stats plays it up. Frank looks maneuver. Got a bit stuck. Ella Peterson also applying great pressure there. Isley made a nice cut through. Schwass plays it up to Boyd. Little misdirection play there. Boyd looking to slice her way through. Took a tumble. Believe she just got tripped up with the ball there, but there were 3 Vikings. Holker sends it over to Mickelson. Mickelson then sends it over to Kaya. A bit of a big touch. Played out of there by Burke. Sauer up ahead. Schwass to Kaya. Kaya quickly made a cut after she dumped that pass off to Boyd. She then played it back to Mickelson. Mickelson then played it to the middle where Jansen's was. It was headed out of there by it looked like to be McKay. However, there were 3 Vikings there as now Isley possesses. Puts it over. Off to the left of the goal. Klein didn't have to do anything there, so let that one out of bounds, and it will again be a goal kick for the senior for the Vikings. It was deflected off of Viking, now to Holker. She's been holding down the middle. With Schwartzmiller on the bench currently as she now steps up. Took a shot there from Severson, played it off, now has the ball. Puts down Severson. Kaya got tripped up. Heard that from up here. It looks like Klein and Emmy Stats will line up with Emily Mickelson and E.B. Boyd. We'll go Boyd, Mickelson, and then Stats to boom it away. Mickelson, Boyd, and then Stats as 3 Panthers crash the box. It was a great pass by Stats and a great header. What a play. That ball was in the air for a good 5 seconds, and it just hung there. And Lily Isley came crashing into the goal, puts it in. Great pass by Stats. The Panthers now lead at 8-0. And with that, folks, the Panthers have now scored 100. That is right, 100 goals on the year, now outscoring their opponents 100-3 throughout the year. And a really insane stat there. Isley getting goal number 1 of the year and goal number 100. Very fitting for the junior. Scored 2 of the first, I believe, 4 of the year. Haven't seen her score many since then, but getting number 100 for the Panthers there is Mickelson thought it was their throw-in. Will be Maddie Riggs with the throw-in now. She throws up to Klein. Klein gets possession, passes it up to Wallace. Wallace up to Severson.
Hurry up.
Geisler. Lang running very far out and just dives on that one. Lang. Her action has really gone down since the last 10 minutes in the second half. Didn't really see anything in the first half. We saw a couple runs by Geisler. As Frank Hit it out of bounds, out of Jansen's to Isley, to Schwass, to Isley, puts it up. Boyd went crashing into the box, looked for one. It was slapped out of there by Klein. Smart play by the goalkeeper. Boyd will now take it. She does have one corner kick goal this year. Beautifully curved it in the first game of the year. Doesn't do so here. More of a ground ball as Klein steps in front of that one. Just lets her teammate Maddie Nelson have that one, and Mickelson seems to have all the time in the world now. No pressure really being applied until Klein came over there late as Riggs headed the ball into the head of Boyd. Isley was on that backside, had the ball not been deflected, but it was. It's played now back. Sauer. Her action's been limited the last 15 minutes with the majority of the play happening in the Panther attacking, the Mount Horeb defending part of the field. Schwass, give and go with Kaya. Give and go. She again gives it to Kaya. She was depossessed and then quickly repossessed by Boyd. Boyd plays it back. Lily Frank looked for something there. McMillan, as well as Zoe Munson. First time calling her name tonight. The senior will get her first action. For those frequent watchers who notice, Ella Wirtz, a strong part of that back line, is not here tonight at all in the stadium. I'm hoping she can make it back for the next game. She has been an amazing player on that back line, coming in off the bench for Coach Nichols and the Panther squad. Adds quickness and toughness. As there was a foul and the Viking faithful will once again cheer. It looked like it was just more of the bench that time as the fans are starting to lose their energy as well as Jansen's plays it up to Schwass. Don't know if she was looking that way, but it gets there anyways. Schwass puts a move on, lets one rip, and it was just off to the left. Looked from here like it was good, but it was off to the left as KT Schwass, the University of Mary commit, can't find her first goal of the night as Caitlin Studebaker, the freshman, will check in. Peterson took a shot in that middle of the field. I believe it was Wallace, rather, not Peterson. Couldn't quite see the number there. It was, in fact, Wallace. It's now booted up. Stats. Nice touch to Kaya. Then leaves it for Mickelson. Mickelson was looking for Isley in the middle of the field. Kaya comes over. A good aggressive play, and Mickelson always hustling back. She gave it up, hit it off of Kaya, and being herself, Emily Mickelson just getting herself right back into the play and stealing it and getting the Panthers another possession as Schwass plays it in beautifully. Studebaker, what a play that would have been. Even up 8-0, the Panther faithful would have given a loud ovation for that one. But it was off to the right, and it will now be a goal kick for Klein. Sends it up. It was put over the head of Riggs, who I believe was her intended receiver, but it was played to Klein. Klein lost it, played to Holker. Holker to Stats. Stats then played it to Frank. Frank now has it. Gives it up to Isley. Back to Frank. Frank. Studebaker. Studebaker. Over to Holker. Freshman to freshman. Mickelson sends it into the middle. Isley steps up. Takes the touch. Geisler looked to sprint through the defense here. Can't do so. It was a clean play. And Kate Geisler is down in the middle of the field. Took a nasty shot, but holding their shin there. It was all ball. A Panther and Geisler jammed the ball at the same time, and Geisler got the worst end of that one as she hobbles off the field, and an ovation given from the Viking and Panther crowd alike, as you never like to see a player go down no matter who you're rooting for, as Peterson, McKee, and King will all come in. Peterson for the Vikings, McKee and King for the Panthers. Holker now coming out, and Mickelson, having had a great game, will sub out for likely the last time here tonight. Played out of there. Don't think that's what Riggs was trying to do, looking for Klein. Looks like she hit it with both feet. Schwass, nice volley pass over to Boyd. Boyd cuts it back. Split another defender, stripped by Klein. Boyd took an absolute shot at Klein, a frustration foul by the sophomore. Official not liking that one. Looked to be a frustration foul. She lost it. Frank plays it to the middle. Kaya. Wallace coming from that backside. McKee does a little wraparound move. Plays it to Stats. Stats up to King. King will look to play it to someone. It was stepped in front of there by a Viking. King gets it back. Good pass to Evie Boyd. Out to Frank. Frank sends it over. It's Studebaker crashing from that backside. Played out of there by McKay. That one was just sent out of bounds by a Panther, and it will now be a goal kick. Is good to see Geisler return onto the field after she had limped off. Vikings fans giving an ovation to the subbed out players. Sydney Schultz seeing her first action, the senior, number 2. Vikings take the throw in. Stolen by King. Made the most of her minutes tonight. She's played very well. Plays it up, Boyd. Splits the defense. Tried to play it through to Isley. Kaya backpedaling. She has Frank. She saw her. Frank now makes a cutback move. Another cutback move. A dump off. It was Studebaker crashing. A scrum for it at the goal, and it's picked up by Klein before any damage is done. Panthers could not extend it to 9-0, although there is no need. It is currently 8-0. We are just about to hit, right now, the 83-minute mark, and it's been all Panthers thus far. Vikings have showed some signs of life in the second half as it was booted over the goal by Isley. Frustrated herself that she could put that one in, but she did have the header off the corner kick, so nothing to be mad about there. Schwass will sub out. Janssens will come back in. Schwass most likely getting her last minutes on the field just then. Klein will play it up. Again to Klein. Frank battling. She had 3 Vikings over there. Kaya, she saw Boyd on that right side. Boyd dumps it off. Try to sneak it into Janssens. Stepped in front of there by Maddie Nelson. It's kicked out of bounds. Refs are giving that a goal kick. shouldn't matter at this point. The Mount Horeb fans cheering on Maddie Riggs, the senior, as she most likely walks off the field for the last time in her varsity career. That's what's so tough about the playoffs for these seniors. It's one game and you're done, and once the emotions hit you, it's quite the experience as it's played over. Jansen's stolen by Vogel. Vikings trying to do something here. Schultz couldn't retain possession. Isley looking to maneuver. Boyd, dump off to Jansen's. Jansen split through. Got a foul. She looks to be shaken up. Seems to be all right, though, as she gets up rather quickly. Rare to see the refs call a foul for a team leading this large here late in the game, but when it's as blatant as that, got to make that call. Wall of players here short of the box. Just short of the box, rather, as McKee will line up with Boyd. I would assume McKee would take this one, as she is more lined up to her left and she's right-footed. However, she used her left foot. Had Frank standing wide open on the right side. Frank never going to get that call. Don't know if there's too much contact either way, but Jansen makes a cutback move, beat Klein, sends one in. Corralled by Klein. Kai didn't want to take any chances, risk getting Klein or herself injured. Looked like she was going to crash the goal there, but didn't, as it's played up. McKee now. She now has possession, plays it back to Stats. Stats up the field. McKee up the field, that left foot. Geisler had it for a second, lost it. It was given to McKee, who gave it to Sauer. Now it's Frank on the right. Frank has Sauer to her left. Kaya in the middle now. It was Jansen who stepped up, rather. Got by Vogel. Jansen's trying to operate on that left side. Oregon fans pleading for a handball, but it is 8-0 with about 2.5 to go. So, like I said, not going to get that call. However, it will be a corner kick taken by Jansen's as the game comes down to its final minutes here at the 87.5 mark of the WIA Girls Soccer Regional Championship. As McKee is it back. King letting one rip over the goal. King looking for her first goal in the year there. Not a bad idea. It was a pretty good shot. As Wallace will step off the field. Last game of her junior season. You can see the emotion setting in even from over here as Maddie Nelson plays it up. Kaya, Frank now has it. She runs up the right side. Shot taken on goal and a diving save by Klein. And if that's the way her senior year ends, there wouldn't have been a better way to do it, as a diving save by Klein prevents the 9th goal for the Panthers. Frank. We're now under a minute here at Huntoon Field. 8-0 Panthers. And they'll just let this one dribble out. Passed along this back line. King now plays it up to the attacking front. Studebaker just plays it back, and it will most likely be held by Sauer, Stats, or Kaya, or McKee. It's now pushed in the attacking half once again. It's played not back by Studebaker. She faked me out, as well as the defender. She took a rip at it, and another diving save by Klein, and that's how this year will come, how her high school career will come to an end, is we've reached the end of the game. And the Oregon Panthers are now the 2021 WIA Regional Champions. Congrats as well to the Mount Horeb Vikings on a fine season, advancing to this regional championship. Both teams appreciate your support. And once again, us here at OCA Media would like to remind you, this broadcast is made possible in part with the support from our generous sponsors: a Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play; One Community Bank, feel good banking now with 11 locations to serve you. One Community Bank is now a proud supporter of youth athletics. Visit us at onecommunity.bank, member FDIC. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses in the Oregon community. The Oregon Schools District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community, as well as Toro Horse Insurance, your local insurance agency since 1978. Firefly gift cards are available for referrals. The Oregon Panthers take this one 8-0 in the regional championship, becoming regional champs. As the Vikings get a proper send-off, the Panthers getting a picture with their plaque, and that's all for tonight. I'm Ethan Allman. Everyone drive home safely, and I will see you next Saturday for the sectional semifinal here at Huntoon Field.